Chicano Annie Hall. But if there was, it might begin like this. So there's this line by the poet Andres Montoya that goes, "I know nothing of love, but I know the bus schedule." and I like to think that this sums up each and every relationship I had at this point. I mean, I was messed up, man, you know. I used to tell women that I was a recovering chauvinist. And really, I just like to think that I was a hopeless romantic who, on occasion, had a pretty large appetite for the opposite sex. And I'll admit, maybe a bit of a drinking problem. But we all go through stages, right? I mean, I blame it on my childhood obsession with the Hemingway mystique and too many Cary Grant movies. And, you know, my analyst says that this has something to do with... Okay, I don't have an analyst, but I have been to a lot of AA, you know, court mandated and all that, you know. And I mean, they got some real serious problems there. And I met this guy there who got drunk and drove his semi-truck through his living room while his kids were sitting there watching The Voice. And I mean, he remains happily married. And you know, it's one of those stories that reminds me that things can always get worse. And people would put up with a whole lot of shit for the person that they love. The truth is, I don't know where any of it comes from. Grandma's not supposed to be in the script. But Nene knew. And she's the one who told me that I didn't have enough male role models and I should just get over myself and love somebody. Jesus. Look, have you eaten? We're just gonna go eat, okay?
Is he in there?
Yes. He thinks he's making a movie or something.
Hijo, come out of there, come and eat. Your grandpa's waiting for you.
All right, so Nene told me that I'm always looking for the Hollywood ending, you know, the black and white kind. And really, I just think my problem was that I just was looking for as many happy endings with as many women as possible. Okay, so, look, my problem to this point has been this. I mean, look at them. I mean, 65 years of marriage. I mean, how am I supposed to recreate that? I mean, I'm already behind. I mean, they grew up next door to each other, for Christ's sake. I mean, their first date, some 10-cent movie, only like 2 blocks from here. I mean, it was the kind where they played the news, a Western, and in this Western, the hero was the guy who beat up on people that looked, well, they looked like us. And you know, this was decades before Rock Hudson defended us in that diner. I mean, you know the movie, right, Grandpa?
Yes. The movie Giant. James Dean didn't get to finish it on account of the car crash. Good looking fella. You know they had to record his lines with another actor? Did I tell you about that already?
Many times, Grandpa.
They don't make movies like that anymore, make them.
Right, Grandpa. So anyway, when my grandpa was 17, he went off to Germany. The draft was gonna get him anyway, so he just joined up anyway. He joined up on his own and volunteered. He and my grandma traded letters back and forth, and when he got back from the war, he had this whole marriage thing sewed up. I mean, really, how am I supposed to compete with that? I mean, how am I supposed to compete with global catastrophe and multinational penthouse? I mean, what 50 years from now, if I'm lucky, I'll tell my grandkids that I courted their grandmother over Facebook chat. I mean, he literally took her soda pop out while she was picking grapes in the field. I mean, some acre out in Madeira, Selma, or Sanger. I mean, he called it soda pop, but I mean, he literally took it to her out in the fields, you know? And I mean, these are those same fields that Henry Fonda pretended to work in. The grapes of wrath. Steinbeck shit. I mean, how much
It's not as easy as you make it sound.
True, but Grandma, I mean, you got to admit admit times have changed.
Pues naturally, of course time is going to change. Oh yes, what happened to that young lady that came over that one time?
Which one, Grandma?
I think she had really pretty hair, fair skin. I think I went to school with her.
Adilene.
No, that wasn't it. Jose, do you remember her name?
Yeah, boss, he just told you her name.
No, that wasn't.
Adilene, Grandma.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
My grandma has a terrible memory when it comes to names. It's rare that I bring any romantic interest home, and even then, there's no telling what's gonna stick.
Adilene. I remember. I knew I'd remember. Adilene. What a pretty name.
Yes, Grandma, it's a very pretty name. Actually, it's a beautiful name. It's an enchanting, magical name. Adilene. The tip of the tongue takes a trip in 4 steps. A-di-le-ne. Me and Adilene stopped speaking to each other soon after we finished at Berkeley. She unfriended me on all social media and everything. I mean, I know what went wrong, but we won't get into that yet. Love. I mean, that's what all these women care about, right? I mean, that's what they say. Ay, Josefo, when will you learn? Yada, yada, yada. Or should I say, la-di-da, la-di-da. I mean, maybe the poet Andres Montoya had the right idea. And maybe I know nothing of love. But at least I know the bus stop.
Okay, so what did you do to this girl?
Nothing, Grandma.
You must have done something.
I didn't do anything, Grandma.
Sometimes nothing is something. Sometimes something is not enough. There you go. You should ask your grandfather about that one woman in the car.
There you go.
Nothing happened, man. Really?
What? Ask him.
It was 60 years ago.
And that doesn't make it less true.
I didn't do anything, man.
See what I mean? You are so full of shit.
I didn't think I would find out.
Find out what?
Do you think I'm stupid?
Of course I don't think you're stupid.
I have no shame.
All right, I didn't sleep with her.
I'm supposed to believe you.
It's the truth.
She came over, slept here, and you didn't have sex with her.
I mean, as ridiculous as that sounds, yeah, that's what happened.
But you wanted to, didn't you?
Well, okay, look. I couldn't have it if I wanted to. I was too drunk.
Is that a real excuse?
Well, you mean to tell me that you came all the way over here to give me, what, my hoodie? And what the hell is this, a copy of Waiting for Godot?
Oh, eres cabrón. Look at you. You're sick. You love it, you sick fuck.
Don't be like that, Nana, come
You
on.
love it. You love being a womanizing bastard.
I would never say that.
But you do. And it shows. You're not fooling anyone, Josefo.
Come on, Nana, you know I'm crazy about you.
I
anything that moves.
Hey, I've got standards.
That is not love.
I know nothing of love.
Do not give me your Andres Montoya nonsense. I am not a basic bitch.
That's right.
Your poems don't work on me anymore.
Well, what do you want me to say?
I don't want you to say anything. You say enough.
Well, what do you mean?
I know we're not together anymore. I shouldn't be mad. I don't have a hold on you.
Well, you're the one who said you didn't want commitment.
Yeah, I said that.
And no one's saying you can't see anyone else.
But I don't. That's the fucked up part.
But we both wanted it like this.
Not like this. Not this way.
Well, like how?
People tell me what you do. You know? And it hurts. You know, I said no commitment. But it still hurts. Doesn't that bother you?
I know nothing of love. It bothers me. I'm bothered by it, you know. I should have said that, right? Okay, look, we're just talking, right? You and me? Okay, so there's this place just outside here, about 2 blocks down. It's where we had our first date, you know, meetup. It's where we had, first time we spoke to any length, 3 to 4 hours, I think. I mean, I was pretty messed up, you know. I just got here from Fresno, and I was a farm boy in the big city, and she was my intern. I know how it sounds, but it's not like I preyed on her or anything. I went on and on about my then recent breakup, and I told her everything. You know, she didn't seem to mind. I mean, she didn't let me know if she did. I just remember being frantic, you know, manic even. I was jumping from one revealing and embarrassing detail to the next. She could have slapped me. She could have thrown her drink at me or stood up and left the room, and she would have been totally justified. But she just sat there and sipped her coffee. And she took it all in, all of it. And, you know, someday I just might wake up, you know, and you know, and tell her how much I really and truly love her. Someday.
You never talk about your family.
What do you mean? I talk about them all the time.
Yeah, you talk about your cousins and your grandparents.
So?
You don't talk about your mom.
Sure I do.
No, you don't.
Do I have to?
It's just interesting to me that you talk so much about everybody else, but you hardly say one word about her. I mean, she was a single mom, right?
Yeah, my dad's dead. What else do you want to know?
Don't have to get mad.
I'm not mad.
When I was a teenager, I made it a point to know my parents as people. I sat my dad down one night and just started talking to him. I wanted him to get to know me, and I wanted to know him. I did the same with my mom.
That's what I should do?
I think as long as you have these issues with women, you're always going to have them.
Since when are you my shrink?
It's true. It's obvious that this issue with your mom has manifested into some unhealthy appetite for the opposite sex.
Wait, you just think about that right now?
No, actually, I've been thinking about it a lot.
Well,
And it makes
thanks.
perfect sense to me.
Well, thanks, but it's my problem.
No, Josejo, it's my problem too.
Well, why?
Because you fucking other women is my business. As long as you have mommy issues, I suffer.
You're the expert.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you read a little bit of Freud and some bell hooks, and you think you're diagnosed. Like serious.
That's not true.
I'm not some research subject for your thesis, Nene.
Maybe you are. I can see the title now. Socially Conscious Womanizer and the Hearts They Leave Behind. How about Unfaldua's Borderlands is not a roadmap to my panties, Josejo.
What are you saying?
You're conscious, but you're not kind.
Fuck
You don't get it. You're the worst predator there is. See you walk around quoting Neruda, Ana Castillo, Lorna, and even Rebecca Walker. You read about new masculinity, deconstructing gender. But what has any of it gotten you besides more blowjobs?
Go.
I know you took Chicano Feminism 101. But that doesn't make your behavior okay. You're worse, Josefa, because you know how you should act and how you should be, but you choose not to act on what you know is right. These other pigs are pigs because they don't know any better. You're worse because you do know better. You just use our ideologies against us. How many times have you read Master of the Dreamer? More times than me? And what? How many times have you used it on some 22-year-old girl who doesn't know any better? Sure, you say all the right things. Make her laugh, but she doesn't know what she's getting herself into. A lot of women are in for a world of hurt if they get mixed up with you. They'll get some laughs and some sex, for sure. But even the skanks get your dick. They're fucked if they choose to fall in love with your ass the way I did.
Is it really all that bad?
Made me into a hypocrite, Josepo. I've become her.
Calm down, it's not really that bad.
I'm not telling you to calm down. I'm sick and tired of people telling me to calm down. If I'm angry, I'm gonna get angry. This is where you have pushed me. This is where you have pushed me, Josepo.
What do you want me to do?
I shouldn't have to tell you. You already know you're so fucking smart. Don't play dumb.
Sorry, Nick.
I'm sick of sorry. It doesn't mean shit. I'm leaving soon. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
I'm out of here. Out of Berkeley. Gone, Joseph. Gone for at least the next 6 years.
Congratulations.
I thought we were on the same page.
I know. You talked, I remember.
So? What? You don't care anymore.
I care. I do.
So what are we gonna do?
About what? I'm happy for you.
Fuck! Josepo! What are you going to do?
Be there for you and